Over the first 9 months of 2020, we've seen a record number of new gun owners. Unfortunately, the current crisis has also resulted in record unemployment and putting people on a budget. In this video, we're looking at this brand new Rock Island Armory All Generations pump-action shotgun, a feature-packed shotgun on a budget. What's up everybody? Welcome Squad and welcome to Slav Guns. I'm glad to have you here. A number of weeks ago I was reached out with an opportunity to review a new shotgun from Rock Island Armory, and I said, why not? In full disclosure, I'm certainly not a shotgun snob. I know how they work and I know the difference between a pump action, a side-by-side, an over-under, and semi-autos. But I generally won't be able to tell the difference between a $3,000 Beretta and a $100,000 Beretta. Besides, well, it has prettier engravings. Or maybe that is really all the difference. So why am I looking at this shotgun? For one, because I can look at the shotgun in the same manner as many of the gun buyers who would be considering this gun. We will go over the facts and then take it to the range and shoot it with some actual shotgun snobs. Yes, I have many friends who are, but we won't tell them how much the gun costs quite yet. So let's get started. This is a Rock Island Armory Imports AG, or All Generations pump action shotgun in 12 gauge with a 28-inch barrel. Pretty. This is also not actually a gun produced by Rock Island Armory and is instead one of our imports. The shotguns are actually produced by Derya Arms in Turkey, and this is their Carina model. The AG, or All Generations, is designed to be a utilitarian firearm, meaning something that's versatile enough to be fun and capable of busting clays, but also reliable enough to be able to harvest game while hunting. The AG is certainly not a gun that's made to be shown off on a hunting rack or to impress your shotgun snobby friends. And it is instead a modern and, dare I say, tactical looking shotgun. Starting in the back, the gun features this black polymer stock. Now what's unique is that you're getting a stock which has both adjustments for comb height and length of pull. You can increase or decrease the length of pull with the use of these removable spacers, and you can raise or lower the comb height with one adjustment wheel. Loosen it, and you can raise or lower the cheek riser, and then you can lock it back down. Speaking of polymer furniture, the AG also uses a polymer forend, and this is eerily similar to something that you would find for a Magpul. One of the ways that Derya is able to save money is that this shotgun uses a crossbolt safety, similar to what you find on many rifles. The last one I touched would be a Ruger 1022. You do not have a tank safety such as those that you find in many of the shotguns that are more expensive. The receivers are made of lightweight aluminum and all the metal parts are anodized with this black finish. This shotgun has a 5+1 round capacity, and as previously mentioned, you have a variety of barrel options, and the one I have here is a 28-inch model. The barrels are all going to feature a vented rib, which will help you with dissipating heat, and you also have a front bead sight. there is no sight in the middle. The barrels are also equipped with a 3-inch chamber, so you'll be able to shoot anything you throw at it, including the larger slugs. Further adding to the value proposition is that this gun comes with a pack of 3 chokes, including a full, a modified, and an improved choke tube. Basically, for brand new shotgun people, the choke is going to differentiate how wide of a spread that you're going to have, depending on what you're planning on doing with it. So, what's the price? The RIA AG has an MSRP of just under $270, and I expect that once the market comes back to reality, you should be able to find it for about $250 or so. So, let's go load up some magazines. Wait, can I say that now? It's a shotgun. Well, in any case, time to go get my FUD on.
What are you doing? You're doing it wrong.
What are you talking about? It's a Glockazine and it's
a shotgun.
No, you know what? The only thing that's wrong here is you. You are doing it wrong. Okay, much better.
There we go.
I didn't get all. You got enough. It's a little heavier than mine.
Okay, so the one part that we forgot to do at the range while we're shooting the gun is to test how it does with rifled slugs. I think this is gonna suck. All right, so we're gonna load 3. Look how pretty they are. All right, so I'm just gonna shoot at the target at 100 yards. Please shoulder be okay. That sucked, but they cycled just fine. Damn. Okay, and as you saw, with higher recoiling stuff, if you don't have a really good grip on the front of the gun, you will have a tendency of your hand to run up and might cut yourself or it just hurts just a little. So just be wary of that. But I'm assuming you're not going to be shooting those too much. All right, so as I told you guys in the past, I can talk your ears off about precision rifles or the latest and greatest fancy race guns. Shotguns, I can pull the trigger and I can read off the fact sheet. But I wanted to kind of give you guys, for a first impression, I want to make sure you're actually getting an opinion of somebody who shoots shotguns a lot more than I do. So what I have here is my buddy Nick. Oh, I'm sorry. What I have here, do you want your name or no?
Nick is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I have here Who I have here is my buddy Nick, who's been helping me out with a number of websites, and I've known him for like 8 or 10 years now. He shoots a lot of shotguns, and then we have another friend of ours, Rosie, who really is a shotgun snob, as I'm kind of finding out. So they've had an opportunity to shoot this gun as well, and I want them actually to talk about their first impressions, kind of like what your opinion is on the shotgun, and then I'll tell you the price. So tell me what you think it cost, then I'll tell you what it actually cost, and we'll talk about how this, I want to get your opinion, how this compares to other guns that people might be shopping for at this price range. So who wants, and you can only speak when you're holding the shotgun, so who wants the shotgun first?
Yeah, I'll take it. All right. So it looks like a standard pump action shotgun. Action's pretty nice on it. Rack it a couple times. So it holds about 5 shells, it looks like, 5 plus 1 in the chamber. Shoots pretty nicely. I do like this adjustable comb on here. Furniture looks a little bit reminiscent of the Magpul handguard that you see for Mossberg shotguns and the Remington 870s. I like the sling up here, the sling point. That looks like a Mossberg 590 type sling point. And looks like the comb on here is adjustable too, which is good. Or I'm sorry, the length of pull.
Yep, length of pull is definitely adjustable. That'll also work as a youth model, or for somebody with really long arms, you could add an extension and bring it out there so they're not too tight working the gun. We haven't been able, we've been shooting this, put 100 rounds through it or more. We haven't been able to make it misfire. We haven't had a jam.
No short shucking?
No, not at all.
Rosie, to go back to the point about adjustment and length of pull. So length of pull adjustments are, I would say they're very nice to have. We're not going to say super critical in the precision rifle world. How important is having an adjustable comb height and a length of pull in the shotgun world, especially from a trapper or skeet perspective?
Well, to be quite honest with you, these are only found on guns that are several times more expensive. So to have this on a utilitarian pump to be used as a trainer means that it's good for everybody in the family. And at the price point that this probably is, it's fantastic. I was able to adjust the comb on this and bring it up so that I wasn't just looking at the back of the hump of the gun right here. I actually got it to set up where you could get all the way to the bead and clear all of this so that you weren't seeing any of this at all. So depending on how you stand with the gun, having it set up so that the comb is adjustable means that you could literally notch it out or mark it for every family member, and you'd be able to use one gun for everybody.
So literally to mark the stock for the comb height for somebody, just put the...
You could literally, I mean, you know, going back 200 years, they put notches in a gun. So you could literally take a notch or a piece of white paint or whatever and just mark it on the depth for the different heights. Okay? And then taking this off would turn this into a youth model, and you'd still have the rubber pad. Adding extensions would mean that somebody that's like over 6'5" would be able to work it and not be too tight on it, because it would naturally extend it and they'd be comfortable with it.
Okay, so it seems like it would be like it's more important to have the right fit for a shotgun than necessarily, let's say, a handgun. It really wouldn't make a difference, but for, even in the rifles, it would mess up your position. But even if you most of the time, you're not going to be shooting it standing, you're going to be shooting it prone or behind a bench, and then you can adjust your body to it, but you can't really do that with a shotgun.
No, because the bird's already gone by the time you get all these adjustments made.
Okay.
So being able to, I mean, if you're pheasant hunting, for instance, being able to just bring that up naturally and have it be in the right place all the time means you're going to put more food in the pot.
And I think that's a great point about it, because I mean, positioning wise, it's definitely, we've shot some really expensive trap type guns. Where does this really kind of fit in, and what would you see possibly using this for?
Well, this is a great trainer. It's a great first-time shotgun for anybody that's looking for one. The safety works. We tried doing everything except mechanically disabling it. We can't get it to misfire.
No slam fires.
No slam fires. Positive trigger control. good reset on
Okay.
the trigger.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually quite impressed with this.
All right, so price-wise, what would your expectation be for something like this?
I'd say anywhere in the $350 to $700 range.
Okay.
Yeah,
Depending
right about
on if
like a
it's new,
$500
used.
shotgun. Yeah.
All right. So what if I would say that the MSRP is $269?
Can I get one?
Probably.
Okay. Every trainer, every NRA trainer should have this in their arsenal
Okay.
because it's beautiful for teaching somebody how to break birds and how to mount a shotgun.
So what you're saying is that this is kind of like the Glock of the shotgun world, from the perspective of if something goes wrong with it, you're not gonna cry yourself to sleep.
Well, at $250, $260, if it's in the rack and a brand new person knocks it over and scratches it,
Yeah.
they're not out $3,000.
Okay. Now, one thing they did notice is that, so we have about close to 200 rounds for it now, from what we shot today and what we shot before.
Mm-hmm.
The finish is already starting to, so it's nitrited finished, but it's starting to wear a bit. Is that normal? And we see it kind of like on this side. Or is that something that we should expect out of shotguns for pump action shotguns?
Every pump action shotgun I've ever handled has the wear and tear marks like that.
Okay.
It's completely normal, and basically it means that it's tight enough so that the tolerances let it function,
Okay.
but at the same time it's not sloppy.
So with a pump action shotgun, apparently it's not a beauty contest.
No, it's never been. But for a utilitarian gun like this, with these design features, you can make it fit anyone.
Okay. Now, what do you think, like fit and finish wise? I
Fit
mean,
and-
like it feels
for me,
solid.
fit and finish, this thing feels solid, and I'm a guy that likes wood.
Okay.
All right, all my stuff is wood, not black plastic. But I could definitely see putting this in my safe,
Okay.
simply because of the adjustable comb and the adjustable length of pull.
Okay. So here's a question, Nick. I know you have some nice Brownings. I mean, we've had Berettas. I would consider you guys shotgun snobs, a little bit.
A little bit.
This gun is made, so it's an RIA, Rock Island Armory, and we're famous for the Arms imports, so a lot of good guns from Philippines. This one is an RIA Imports, which is their newer endeavors, and this is imported. It's actually made by Derya in Turkey. Does that influence you in any way?
Not at all. There's a lot of great shotguns that come out of Turkey.
Okay.
A lot of over-unders, a lot of pumps, semi-autos. You see, generally, some of them are on the lower price end, but they do make some, really nice guns as well.
Okay.
I'm even looking at a possible palm swell accessory here.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that comes into being or not, but it looks like it might even take that. So this thing, every time I turn it around, it just impresses me a little bit more. I like the way that the sight line works on this too. The ramp is set up so that if you're out in bright sun, you don't have to worry about getting glare and missing. It's deliberately dull so that it doesn't cause a problem.
Okay. Now, one thing I want to ask you guys about. So when I shot it the first time, I wasn't wearing a recoil pad or anything, but the first thing that I noticed was on the fore end, the strap handle here was kind of butting against my thumb. This time when I shot it with a recoil pad, I guess I had a better grip on it. It didn't bother me that much. Did you guys notice that, or is that something standard? Or I guess is that standard with pump action guns?
Well, no, not all pump actions will have this. Just a standard grip on here will, be tapered down.
Okay.
This looks like it's kind of an all-purpose thing, and I guess that's where the All Generations comes in.
Yeah. So so it's made by Derya Arms, and the name of the gun in Turkey and elsewhere is the Carina, and then RIA is they imported. They have the AG, which is All Generations. And I guess we can discuss the name if you really wanted, but I guess like we're looking at All Generations useful for everything. I guess all purpose.
Well, it is a very well-made utilitarian gun that's adaptable to everybody in the family.
Okay. And I kind of look at it, started the video with the saying, so like, I mean, we've had this year in 2020, and I mean, being ahead of an organization that deals with newer shooters, I mean, we've had unprecedented growth in the ranks of gun owners. But unfortunately, it also comes at a time when we've had record unemployment rates. And like I said, so you have people who want to become gun owners, but they may not necessarily have the money for it. And it just seems like, look, it's like if you want to have an all-purpose shotgun, you don't need to spend $500-600 to get something that works, while you then discover what your tendency is. Is it going to be towards trap shooting, skeet shooting, hunting? And then you can get a more tailored gun for whatever you need.
That's another thing I've seen recently too, is people are looking for shotguns.
Okay.
Home defense shotguns, general purpose shotguns. You can't find a Mossberg 500 or a Remington 870 or even like a Maverick 88 out there right now. I see a lot of like the off brands, like no-name brands or lesser well-known brands. Those are the ones that are in stock right now, and that's it.
Okay.
So something like this at this price point is definitely a great beginner gun.
So here's a question though. It's like, if you just went to a gun store and you saw this on the shelves, would you actually consider it? Or is it only because I said, hey, here, look, let's shoot this gun?
Personally, I mean, it does catch the eye.
Okay.
Because, you know, you have this nice
It does look
furniture.
cool. It looks cool.
Looks cool. It's kind of, you know, like almost, like I said, Magpul reminiscent, at least this forearm. And this the adjustable.
Let's just show this off, Nick. You hold the weight of the gun.
Yep.
All right? Because black on black's not going to show on a video, and we'll extend this out a little bit. Okay? Look
Yeah.
how far that adjustable comb works.
And, I mean, something like this catches your eye right away too.
Okay.
You put that on a wooden stock gun in the $2,000 to $3,000 range.
Yeah.
This add-on is anywhere from $300 to $500
Okay.
by itself.
Yeah.
Okay, just to have that as an add-on. And of course, it's not going to be adjustable like this. They have other tools to, you know, use it.
Now, I've seen some hunting guns that they put like red dots or optics on it. Is it possible to put it on this one, or how would that attach?
I don't see any mounting points for any optics. I'm sure you could probably get it drilled and tapped for that.
Okay.
But yeah, this is not a that type of gun, it looks like.
Okay.
You may be able to swap out the barrel and may have like a rail extension here. I don't know what Rock Island Armory has available
Okay.
for this. For like Mossbergs and everything, you'll switch out the barrel for say like a rifled slug barrel.
Okay.
And it'll have a scope attachment point or
Interesting.
Picatinny point.
And the other thing is, with a utilitarian gun like this, you may want to have a high-vis sight on the front,
Okay.
and you can get those as a simple magnet.
Interesting.
And they go right on the vent rib, right up top here, over the regular
And they wouldn't fly
bead.
off?
No,
Wow.
because the magnet strip's about that long,
Okay.
okay, and it stays on.
It's like you learn something new, and it's like so shotguns account for about 1% of my total guns, not including these two. So it's about 2 or 3%. And it kind of like, so when Rock Island, when they contacted me, it's like, hey, do you want to review this gun? I'm like, well, you guys know that like I'm not really a shotgun guy, but I did talk to this gentleman. I'm like, hey, Nick, would you be able to help me out with a review on this? Because it does look cool, it does look interesting. He agreed, so that's why we're doing it. But I didn't want to just stand here and give you and preach about it when, look, if I don't know something, I will tell you I don't know something. I can pull the trigger, I know the basics of how it works, but that's why these gentlemen are here.
Well, the vent rib, for instance,
Okay.
is very good because what that actually does is it breaks up the heat.
Okay.
That's the reason for the vent rib. And this vent rib is the standard width, which will take all accessories, all right, universal to anything in the 12 gauge area.
Awesome. All right.
So the high-vis magnetic sight, or you can glue one on if you so desire,
Okay.
all right? And they come with interchangeable pieces of plastic that gather the light. So you can go high-vis orange, high-vis green, high-vis red.
Okay. Very cool. All right, so basically, ordinarily, I would go into the bottom line and give you my take on it, but you know what, though? These gentlemen just kind of nailed it out of the ballpark. So I think we're going to leave it at that. So I guess, bottom line it, would you buy this for the price?
For $250? Definitely.
All right.
I think every NRA shotgun instructor ought to have this in their arsenal.
Awesome. All right, so there you go, guys. This is the Rock Island Armory Imports, All Generations 12 gauge with a 28-inch barrel. As always, thank you for watching. Keep on squatting. Now go click the next link. We're done with shotguns for now. Have you heard about 6mm ARC? If not, watch the playlist linked above. As always, thank you for watching. Keep on squatting, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, gentlemen.
Been
welcome.
a pleasure.
All right. Yay, now we can go shoot more, or he can go home.
All right, there you go.
Thank you, sir.
Take care. All right. Take care.